Stop for a moment. I want you to listen to this carefully. Not because it's important for me, but because it might be important for you. I'm 83 years old, and for most of my life, I believed something that turned out to be completely wrong. I believed my success, the buildings with my name on them, the entire story of my life. I believed I built it all myself. But I was wrong, deeply wrong. And I didn't realize it until last week, until I had already lost most of my life. And I'm telling you this now because I see the same pattern everywhere. People chasing success, chasing ambition, thinking it's the most important thing, when in reality, it's something else entirely. Let me take you back to when I was younger. When I was around 25, I had confidence, I had energy, but I didn't understand people. I didn't understand emotions. And more importantly, I didn't understand myself. I grew up believing that you just lived and kept moving forward. You didn't talk about love. You didn't talk about fear. So naturally, I carried that into my adulthood. I knew how to work hard. I knew how to have ambition. I didn't know how to build a real emotional connection. Then I met a woman. Let's call her Eleanor. She was different. Not in a movie-like way, but in a real way. She asked me questions no one had asked before. She listened to my dreams about the buildings I wanted to create. And she didn't just listen, she saw the vision. She saw me in a way no one ever had. And at first, I loved it. But then something inside me got uncomfortable, because real connection exposes you, and I wasn't ready for that. The work became my excuse. A big project came along, a skyscraper that could make my career. It was my chance to prove myself. I spent weeks working, fueled by coffee and ambition. And I did it. I saved the project. I was given a team, an office. At 26, my dream was starting. I ran home that night to tell her, "Eleanor, we did it!" She was standing in the kitchen. She had been cooking. She looked at me with a slow, tired smile. "That's wonderful, Arthur," she said. Then she added softly, "It's our anniversary." I had completely forgotten. In that moment, I felt something real, something uncomfortable. Guilt. But instead of facing it, I ignored it. I apologized, told her the project had consumed me. "I know," she said. "It always does." After that, a pattern began. A weekend trip canceled for a meeting. Showing up late to her graduation because of a problem on site. Each time, I'd apologize and promise to do better. And each time, I could see a little bit of light go out in her eyes. I told myself I was building a future for us. But what I was really doing was running away from the present, from the connection she was offering. The day came when I won the biggest project of my life, the new City Art Museum. I came home ready to celebrate, and she was in the living room surrounded by boxes. She looked at me and said something very simple, but it hit harder than anything before. "I'm leaving, Arthur. This is your moment. I've been waiting for our moment for years, and I've finally realized it's never going to come." I said, "Everything I've done for us." "No," she said. "You did it for the blueprints. You did it for the name on the building. I was just a bystander." I let her go. I didn't fight for her. I didn't understand. I went in the opposite direction. I told myself I would bury my sorrow in my work. And that's when the real cycle began. More work, more success, more buildings, physical achievements without any emotional closeness. And for years, it felt like I was living. It felt like I was winning. But let me describe something to you, something you might have never paid attention to. There's a moment late at night when a project is done, when the celebration is over, when everything slows down. And in that moment, you are left with yourself. No distractions, no performance, just you. And what I felt in those moments was not happiness. It was emptiness. At first, I ignored it. I told myself it's normal, that success is lonely. But the feeling kept coming back again and again, and over time it got stronger, not weaker. Because the more I built, the more disconnected I became. 50 years went by like that. Then last week I was clearing out some old office archives. Deep in a dusty box, I found a letter. Her handwriting was on the front. Arthur. A letter I had never seen, hidden for half a century. That's when it hit me, and her voice came back across 50 years. She wrote that on the night she left, she had to tell me the real truth. The big project that started my career, the Northgate Tower. It wasn't just in trouble, it was dead. The firm was secretly bankrupt. My brilliant plans were headed for a shredder. She knew it would break me. She saw my future turning to dust. And she couldn't let that happen. She went to her father. She begged him. He gathered a group of investors, and they secretly poured money into the project to save it. They saved the firm. But there was one condition. They told the owner they would only invest if he gave the project to me. My big break, my great success. It wasn't earned. It was arranged. It was a gift from her, a sacrifice. The letter slipped from my hands. My entire life, my identity, was built on a lie she created out of love. She didn't leave because of my ambition. She left because she couldn't bear to watch me succeed on a throne she had secretly built for me. She couldn't live inside the lie. She chose my career for me because she loved me too much to watch me fail. And the worst part? I kept repeating the mistake again and again and again. I let that one choice, a choice she made for me, define my whole life. I spent 50 years telling myself a story about my own ambition, when the real story was about her love. Now I'm 83, and when I look back, I don't see success. I see time wasted. I spent years confusing building a career with building a life. I confused achievement with love. I confused my ambition with my identity. If you're watching this right now, you might think you're in control. You might be focused on your work, on your goals. You might think you're just making necessary sacrifices. But be careful. These things, they don't feel dangerous in the beginning. They feel like ambition. They feel like progress. But over time, they change you. They shape your life. And one day, without realizing it, you might wake up and realize that you've spent years chasing something that was never the real goal. And you missed the person that was right in front of you. She asked for forgiveness in the letter, but I am the one who needed it. I never went after her. I never made the call. Don't make the same mistake. Don't wait 50 years to read the letter. The emptiness you feel at the end is a poor substitute for the life you could have lived.